everybody, it's Sherry. I was asked to do a tutorial on how I made the envelopes for the cards I used for Myra, who is Crafty Rats here on YouTube, for her challenge. So I need an envelope to mail these out to her, so I thought I would show you guys how I made it. And I've never used paper that had one certain style at that it had to be, or it'd be upside down, so let's see how it goes. Alright, okay, I know that my envelopes measure 8 5/8 and they're 5 inches wide, so I need to add an inch to my paper so that I can have 1/2 inch side scores. And then here's my 5 inches. I doubled it so that it wraps around, and then I just added, I don't know, I think I added an 1.5 inches or something like that for the flap. So you just need something that will essentially go like this. Fold over and then down like that. That's what you need. So this is how we're going to do it. And I mean, if you don't have, you could take what you have, lay it down, and do that. If you have no tools at all, you can do that. And put some tape here on the ends, and you're good. Okay? But we're going to get we're going to do a little bit of a pattern. So we're going to score a 1/2 inch on each side, and this is, we're going to put it I needed 9 5/8 this way and 12 inches this way. So we're going to score a 1/2 inch on each side. Now those are going to be our, I'm trying to get this down here where y'all can see. This is thin paper, so I'm hoping I don't poke a hole through it. A 1/2 inch there. And let's see. 1, 2, 1/2 inch here. Which would be 9 1/4 inches, because we go over a 1/2 inch from the side. So we do our 1/2 inch score lines. Now if that's confusing to you, flip it. Do a 1/2 inch on this side and a 1/2 inch on the other, so that you know that you have a 1/2 inch on both sides. Okay? Now we're going to turn it. We're going to turn it, and let me see, I want this side to be the top, because this has got my reindeer on it. So we're going to score this at 2 1/2. Now that's going to give me my flap. So I'm going to have a 2 1/2 inch flap. Score it there. And then we're going to go down, because my paper, my envelope's 5 inches. See right there? We need to have just a little wiggle room. See, there's my score line. So we're going to go right here to the 8 inch mark. And that's, again, because that's the size of envelope I have. Just take what you have and lay it down, guys. Double. This is 5 inches, okay? So we double it. We need 10 inches. And then we want just a little bit over for a flap. So maybe 2 inches. So there's our 12 inches, okay? So that part's, easy to figure out. You just double it over and add a couple inches for your flap. All right, so any size card, you can do something for any size card that you can make. Then give yourself 1/2 inch score lines on each side, and and you will be able, if you take your paper or your project, you lay it down in the middle of whatever piece of paper you're using. Even if you don't have any score tools at all, you can fold that up and then fold that down and still make yourself an envelope with absolutely no tools other than a pair of scissors. So anytime you want to make an envelope for an odd shaped card, you are set. And I hope I explained that well. And I'm going to get this out of my way. And we're going to finish up the envelope. Again, like I said, you need your scissors. And you need to cut off the flap up here at the top. So let's start with the top. This is the 2.5 inch that we did at the beginning. And I always kind of miter my corners. I just think it looks better, but you do whatever you feel comfortable doing. And again, okay, let's see. I can't see the score line. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to take it out of, I just have to bring it closer to me. And again, I miter the corner, and just a little bit, mind you, just a little bit. If you can see right there is the score line, and I'm going just a tiny bit at an angle. Can you see that? See, that's all the more that I mitered off. Now we're going to go up here, down here to the other side, and we're going to cut off these little flaps. The 1/2 inch flaps, guys, is what we're cutting. Nothing but the 1/2 inch flaps. Okay, and now I'm back at my score line, and I'm going to miter in the corner just a little bit. Okay, again, we go to the other 1/2 inch score line, and I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying not to put my head over top of what I'm doing, but I can't see, so it kind of is a catch-22 there. I can't win for losing. Okay, so we got that, and we're gonna miter the corner. Now, I don't know about you guys, I don't know how you do yours, but when I score something, I try to cut on the inside part of that score and not on the outside, because I've found that it just leaves, I don't know, icky little flaps, in my opinion. Now, I'm going to use score tape. I have made these with glue, and it's not a problem. So use what you got. I'm going to score the ends. The paper's so thin, I don't even need to use my bone folder. But if it were thicker paper, I would definitely say, you know, use a bone folder, use a popsicle stick, use a old gift card, something to help you get your creases nice and nice and crisp. So there's that part, and here's the bottom. Let me find my score line. There we go. Sorry, didn't have my score line. Couldn't see it. So what you're going to have after you do all the cutting is something that looks like this. Okay? Only have the 1/2 inch flaps here on the inside, and we fold those in. Okay? We're going to take that part of the card and we're going to lift it up, and that's going to make the bottom of our envelope. So what we're going to do is, like I said, you can use glue. I'm just right now going to use score tape. And what I'm going to do is, I'm so sorry if I'm in the way. I have to get it as close as I can to me. And what I do is I just put my score tape on as close to the edge as I can possibly get it. That's all I do there. And like I said, if you use glue, do the same thing. Bring it as close to the edge as you can get it. And it's a good thing that there's a contrast between the gray and the white. It makes it easier for me to see there. Okay. Now, I do try to burnish this down, because if not, you have trouble kind of getting a hold of that top piece, or at least I do. So got that kind of pushed down there good and secure. We're going to pull off the backing papers. And you know, guys, I am not somebody who is an expert at doing tutorial videos, and I'm sure you can tell by the mess I'm making. You know, it's all not all nice and pretty. So, you know, please forgive me if, you know, I'm not as good at this as some people. And see, I didn't have it straight, but that's not a problem because I can just trim off the little piece here. I didn't give myself, when I put it down, I need to start in the middle and work my way out, and I never do that. I don't know why. And then we're going to fold our top over. Now for adhesive to close the top, some people have that, I don't know, it's like a envelope glue or envelope gum or something like that, but I don't have anything like that. And again, I could use glue, but because this cardstock or this paper is so thin, I don't think using glue would be a good idea to seal it because it might go through and onto whatever I put inside. So let's see if it works. Okay, it does. Cool beans. Looky here. See? And it's got a little leeway here, length, and here, because I've got to put more of them in. And then when I'm ready, I fold this over, peel it off, push it down, and then on here on the back I can write the addresses and all of that. Now if you use darker paper that's hard to see, you know, put some kind of white paper down over top of it. I mean, I know it kind of takes away from the envelope, but you want to make sure your envelope makes it there. You know, it can be as all pretty as it gets out, but you know, if it doesn't make it to the recipient, it really doesn't do you any good. So, you know, if you can use lighter paper, that's great. If you need to use the darker paper to match whatever project, just be sure that you either get a shipping label and put there, or cut out a piece of paper, you know, just big enough for your address, you know, something like that, so that the post office can get it easily and quickly to whoever you want to go to. So I hope you like this, guys, and I hope this helped and answered any questions that you had. If I still have not made it clear, or you're still confused on how to do this, leave me a comment below and I'll pick something different and show you again the math, how to do it. You know, measure your project, add an inch on the ends here for your score, so that, or a half inch on each side, which gives you an inch, and then lay your thing down so that you don't even have to measure. You can do that to figure out your score lines, but I just use my scoreboard. And like I said, because this paper is so thin, I could have folded it anywhere I wanted and made it work. So, you know, just use what you got. Make it easy on yourself and put your project in here. That way you know it's going to fit. And then wrap it around like a candy bar, folks. There you go. I hope you like this video and I hope it helps. If you have any other questions, like I said, just leave them below and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for visiting me today, guys, and happy crafting. Bye. Hey guys, I just wanted to come back and show you that I was able to get everything in the envelope that I wanted, which you can see is quite a bit. Now, what I would do if I do something like this again, and I know that I have a lot of bulk, instead of adding a half an inch on each side, I would add an inch. I would score it at half an inch and then again at 1 inch on both sides. Half an inch and then at 1 inch, and then that would give you a gusset of sorts to give you room for more bulk. And I just wanted to share that, you know, show you that I got everything in there. I mean, it's a tight fit, but everything's in. And let you know that, you know, about doing the gusset if you have, you know, something real thick and bulky to send. All right, guys, I'll leave you alone this time. Bye.